folks, and a massive warm welcome back to the channel. So it's 20 to 6 in the morning and I'm at East Midlands. I've got 2 days off work, so I toyed with going to Blackpool, I toyed with going to Manchester, but instead I'm going on a plane. So we're heading to Majorca for 24 hours, but slightly different location than last time, not too far away, but we're off for some sun. It's a little bit chilly here this morning and I've worn my shorts and t-shirt, but it's going to be very, very warm when we arrive into Majorca. This is all a bit different, isn't it, at East Midlands? They've got this new drop-off area and it's all pay online now, so you don't have to faff about with barriers on exit. You just have to pay within 24 hours online, it says. Anyway, let's get inside because it's a little bit nippy. Well, that was super quick. 7 minutes through security, all 3D scanners now, and you can keep all your electricals and your liquids in your bags, which is a massive saving of time. I even got my shoes checked, a special thing you have to hang on to and then sort of have your shoes scanned. That's a new one. So let's have a little wander through duty free. So East Mids is actually very busy this morning. The last time I flew at this sort of time of day, it was dead. But yeah, lots and lots of flights departing early doors. Canaries, Spain, all over the place. Yeah, it's a very, very busy little airport, this. Very deceivingly small, or small but very busy. Gate number 5. I think that may have been our plane that's arrived. Looks like it's operated by Malta Air.
The safety features of this aircraft. These features may differ from aircraft that you have flown on before. Please remove headphones for this demonstration. All emergency exits are indicated.
Thank you, great flight. This is the queue for the British arrivals. So I'm finally through passport control. 1 hour that queue took. I appreciate that there was a lot of flights have landed from Britain all in a very short space of time, so that's thousands of people arriving at once, but they need to get some organisation for those queues. Obviously we know we have to queue, we're a third country, but that was a really poor experience, and I have to say the staff that were helping and organising, really rude. Yeah, that wasn't a good experience at all, and Tenerife airport can be a nightmare at peak times. That was worse. Anyway, we're going to head out now and get the bus. Right, so we're outside now. It's rather warm. It's about 26 degrees. So we're now head towards the public bus stops. And I'm heading to Can Pastilla. I know that I need the bus number A2. And I believe it's €5. So let's go and find the bus. So as you come out of arrivals, this is where all the coaches go from if you're on a transfer. But the public buses, I should say, go from down here at the bottom. So this is the bus A2, this is what I need. Now just to say, I've read on some Facebook groups etc that there's been a lot of pickpockets operating at Palma Airport, especially around the bus stop area here. People sort of bumping into you accidentally and blink and your bag's gone or your purse is gone or whatever. So my tip would be get your €5 ready, maybe as you're getting off the plane, that way you don't have to go into your purse or in your bag. Now I've got a crossbody bum bag here that no one can get anywhere near, and my backpack has got some little jobbies that hold the zips together, so no one can go in there and help themselves to anything. Not that there's anything in there of any value, because that's all in there. So yeah, just be on your guard, but don't give them cause to, well, opportunity to rob you. There is a card ticket machine somewhere over there. There was another story I saw where someone had bought the ticket in advance on their card, put their PIN number in, and a few moments later they found that their small card wallet was gone. And by the time they got to the resort, they were going to El Arenal, I think it was, which is the next resort along from where I'm going. By the time they got there, they'd already managed to get 300 and odd euros out of the poor victim's account. So yeah, just be on your guard, and I recommend use cash. So I got off the bus literally just around that corner there, and then I've just walked around the corner. And if I walk along this street, my hotel is located just here, about 100 yards away, and this is the hotel that I booked about 3 days ago, I think it was. This is the BQ Amphora Beach, and it's located on two sides of the street. There's a main building, like an annex. So let's see which one I'm in. So the entrance to the hotel is coming up just here on the left hand side. So I'm going to go and hopefully check in. I am a little bit early, check-in's from 2 PM, but we'll see if we can check in now. I'm not going to show you the hotel on this video. I'm going to do a separate hotel tour, so please do check that video out, and then we'll see where we end up after I've checked in. We're going to do a bit of exploring, I think. So I'm refreshed, reloaded, been and done a little bit of shopping, got some essentials in, beer, wine, crisps, and they've got in the fridge, minus the crisps, they're in the cupboard. So I'm wandering now down into Can Pastilla. So spinning around, as I showed you before, there's one long residential street that leads down to the harbour, to the bay. So let's go and have a see what we can find. So as we come to the end of this residential street, and it's going to bring you out right into the bay in Can Pastilla. So just a restaurant here that I've seen a lot, people saying is very good, Just Enmig. Oh, I have to say there's a lovely breeze. Restaurante Buttery. There we have the beach. So if you've watched my previous video about Majorca on my days off, the last time I was a bit further down the beach, further down Playa de Palma in El Arenal, which is a much more lively resort. Can Pastilla has got a much sleepier feel. I came here on the tourist train that comes along the Playa de Palma and was so impressed. I really liked it, and I was vowed that if I was to come back to Majorca, it would be to Can Pastilla, and here I am. Another place that's been recommended, well, seen recommended, is this place here. I think it's a steakhouse and pizza. It's the bar restaurante Cellar Can Santiago. So I'm going to have to decide where I'm going to come for food later. So that's a potential contender. We'll just have to see. So I'm going to walk along the sort of harbour jetty, see what we can find down there. So we're going to head just across the way over there. Just to say, this is very much geared for cyclists. Very cycle friendly around this area. So I'm kind of going to do the jetty in reverse. So down at this far end, there's some very bougie looking places. This is the Roca Beach. It's a very chilled out vibe here. These lovely soft sofas. And then the place next door, it's the same place actually, Roca Beach. These rather comfy looking deck chairs that you can relax in for a drink. And then if we go along a little bit further, this is a separate venue, I think. So this one This is the Casa Nova. Looks like it's popular for food and cocktails. And we've got My next door. Stay salty. And then this place here on the left is Mel's Bar. I believe British run and owned. Very popular with expats. And then here on the corner is a very large bar that goes all the way around the corner actually. And this one is called Mar. So I'm just walking along the harbour front. That's where we started off. Just over there we've got Just Enmig. Now I have to say a massive thank you to another YouTube channel. So Alex from Majorca Under the Sun has given me quite a few ideas of where to try when I'm here. So I'll pop a link to her channel in the description. But yeah, please do and give her a follow, maybe subscribe if you're planning on coming to visit Majorca. Definitely worth looking at her channel. She's been going for quite a while, and she's got a very comprehensive catalogue of videos for the island. So keep walking along a little bit further. There's a place here on the left hand side called Royal Rent that does it's like scooters. I don't mean like mobility scooters, I mean, you know, the two-wheel variety, and bike hire and such like, and they rent a car. There's a place next door there called Bayer. Lots of people on the beach today, as you would expect, because it's scorching. And then this is a sister hotel to the one that I'm staying in. So this one's the BQ Agua Marina Boutique Hotel, which has got a really beautiful sea view. And there is a rather special roof pool, I believe. In fact, if I just tilt you up there, you can just about see the sort of day beds that are next to the pool. Ah, looky, looky, man. I have to say, as days off go, I've had a lot worse. As I mentioned before, my original potential plan was to go to Blackpool or possibly Manchester, and I think everyone watching would agree that this definitely beats the Irish Sea by a long way. As much as the weather we're having in the UK is pretty nice at the moment, it is not like this. Not a cloud in the sky and very strong sun. I've got factor 50 on and I'm still burning. You can probably tell from just looking at my face, it's gone more pink than it usually is. So we're going to head around this corner and see what we can find. So here's another feature from my original days off in Majorca. The tourist train, otherwise known as the Wally Trolley. I did a journey on that, and it's basically how I found this place, Can Pastilla. That place looks very busy and popular. La Taverna. That might be worth a visit this evening for a little livener. And just to say that that hotel there, the Nautic Hotel, that's got some very good reviews. But the one that stands out, apparently for most people, is the El Cid, which I'm not quite sure where that is. I don't think it's far away. But I have to say, the hotel that I'm staying in, the Amphora Beach, for the price is excellent. So this place on the corner here is Touché. Something just caught my eye. They've got a happy hour that runs from 5 until 7, buy one, get two free. So that is damn good value. So I think we might be having a wander around here later on for a couple of cocktails. And that's right up my alley. So this place that's coming up here on the left, the Blue Dune Lounge, again thanks to Alex from Majorca Under the Sun. She featured this in one of her videos. I understand they have evening entertainment and they do a nice range of cocktails. Bit more on the pricey side for the cocktails, they're sort of €9 and above, but I'm guessing they're probably premium spirits as opposed to your generic ones. I think that might be Zumba or something going on over there. So this place here is called Vent. Range of tapas and pizzas, etc. Not horrific prices by any stretch, but they're certainly not cheap. This place here is Cafe Flip Flop. Understand very good for vegetarian and vegan food. And then here on the corner we have Manu. This one's called Restaurant Eros. This looks like possibly like a kebab kind of a place. Okay, so no, it's Eros is actually a restaurant and pizzeria. Quite an extensive menu. Again, mid-priced, not really expensive, but certainly not cheap either. That is one thing that I'm getting a bit of a theme for here in Can Pastilla. It is not cheap. So if you're used to, example, Tenerife prices, maybe some more, for example, touristic places, more for the British market, then you will be surprised at some of the prices. They're not cheap. They're not extortionate, but they're not cheap. Average price for example, a pint of draft beer, I would say, is around about £3.50. Place over there, Bar Spoon. Maybe take a look at that on the way back. As we continue to walk around, restaurants are getting a little bit busier. I'm guessing a lot of these venues will be much busier of an evening than they are in the afternoon. Another one that's got good reviews here is the El Gorcho Steakhouse and Tapas. Now, just to say, I'm not recommending any of these places. I've not been to them before. I'm just having a wander. Places that catch my eye. And just ahead there's a cocktail bar that's quite popular. That's Guffo style. But then, interestingly, just beyond there in the distance, you'll see KFC. Next to that, that's the El Cid Hotel. So it's a little bit further around the bay. So I've walked back round to the Nautic Hotel that we bypassed a few minutes ago. I'm heading up this side street towards a bar that I've seen people rave about, called Wilson's Bar. Always tend to find these ones that are tucked up the side streets are the absolute hidden gems. So again, similar to my hotel, it's up a sort of semi-residential street, and it's apparently up here on the left. So let's go and find it. And next door there's also Finnegan's Bar, which I'm assuming is Irish. So this is something of a little hidden gem. It's nicely tucked away, it's nice and quiet, super friendly. I've got a big hand-poured gin and tonic for €6, and they've got a really nice food menu as well. I'll give you a look. Got toasties, BLT, homemade curries, baked spuds, nachos, basket meals, burgers. But they've also got some specials. I'm just looking over there on those boards. You've got homemade keema curry and rice, chicken Kiev, chicken tikka wraps, and it looks homemade. I've just seen some other people having the keema curry, and it looks so good. It smells really nice as well. But I'm determined that I'm going to have a meal later. I'm hungry now, but if I eat now, I won't want anything later on. But how cute is this as well? They've got these little fans on the bar, on the table, hand fans. So yeah, I'm a big fan. So yeah, definitely seek out Wilson's Bar. It's a really nice little place. So Wilson's Bar was absolutely gorgeous. Really enjoyed it there. That really is a little hidden gem, and I'm going to be going back. But I've now returned to Touche. And I misinterpreted the advert. I thought it was buy one get two free, thinking that's too good to be true. It is. It's buy one get one free. It says buy one get two, so yeah, I misread that. So I've ordered my cocktails. I've gone for Long Island iced tea, and that will be here shortly. So Long Island iced tea has arrived. So taste test time. Acceptable. It's not the best I've ever had, but certainly not the worst. Had I paid full price for that, I'd be sending it back if I'm honest, because it's not the strongest. But for 2 for 1, not bad. It's acceptable. So yes, if you're after 2 for 1 cocktails in Can Pastilla, between 5 and 7, pop yourself down to Touche. But as I just showed you at Wilson's Bar, they also do 2 for 1 cocktails between 7 and 8, and I suspect their measures are going to be considerably better for less money. So we may pop back there later, and we'll give that a try, and we'll see if that stands up. So on the way back to my hotel, decided to take one of the little side streets, and stumbled across a proper little hidden gem. So this is 2 streets along from the road where my hotel is, and the street name is, I will tell you, Carre de Horaci. It's 2 streets along, and this is a little bar called Bar and Bar, and I've just got myself a nice large brandy with a cube of ice for €3. So I'm going to show you just around. You see, the prices are crazy. Like sangria $3.50, martini €3, gin tonic $6.50. This is a real little local bar. So if you're in the area in Can Pastilla, head up these little side streets, because away from the seafront, beautiful as it is, the value that you'll find in these little bars in the side streets, unbeaten.